Okay, here we go. CPU running up to 100%. Perfect, nice. Before I've even started. Okay, make sure I've got the chat open. Let's see what we're doing today. Okay, so one of the things I've been working with, I don't know if you've seen my open source live series so far, but there's a series that I've started recently with Siva from the Ember Learning team, and we are in a process of trying to get the Ember website converted to Ember, like we just did with the guides. So Ember.js.com. So for anybody to contribute to this, it's quite difficult because it's all like one big, I think it's a middleman app with a few kind of issues and problems with it. So it's not the simplest thing to contribute with. So it would be really nice if it was the new tech that we're using, like the Guides app, which is all nice and Embery, which is cool, and I like it quite a lot. But the name of the game today is to start a testing process that we actually did with the new Guides app. So let's see if I just make this go over here for now. As you can see, I'm working on other things. Ember website, no. Where am I? Guides. Ember website. Oh. Wonderful. Okay. Okay. Localhost. Huzzah. So this is what we've done so far. Haha, wonderful. There's not much there. But what I did with the Guides app was we kind of like preloaded Percy. I'll explain what Percy is in a minute. Actually, no, I'll start with the explanation of what Percy is. Percy is this pretty cool visual regression testing system. So it kind of gives you, let's see if it gives you an example here. Yes, so this is what it looks like. When you make a change to your site that actually changes what it looks like, you get a notification on the pull request on GitHub or whatever you're using to say, oh, there have been some changes to what it looks like, and you have to approve them. Fails, you need to kind of set it and then you approve it. But then what happens here? So that's useful when you want to make sure that you haven't broken anything. But if you're doing something like what we're trying to do here, we're trying to rebuild exactly what we have here without any regressions, without kind of going back on ourselves, in Ember, but for no changes visually, then one thing that you can do, and this is what we did for the Guides app, is you can like preload Percy with a whole bunch of URLs. And I think this is actually a big hack. So I'm not entirely sure there's much documentation about this. I'll go into more detail on a blog post myself when I get the time. But what I'm going to try and do today, and this is all a hack, it might not work, so you get to see how the sausage is made, as they say. I'm going to try and preload Percy with all of the current pages, or at least one of the current pages, for the live site, and then from there we will run it against the current website, this thing that I showed you, this thing, and we'll see that obviously it looks entirely different, so it'll be like an entirely red thing Right, that's the plan. Whether or not it's going to work, we'll see. Okay, so first things first, sign in. Must be GitHub. Ooh. I'll read that later. Okay, so we've run Ember Guides app. Oh, okay, no, so that's the wrong thing. New project. Ooh. God, I love the Percy team. Oh, this is it. Oh, I should probably not put that on the stream. That's interesting. So part of the problem that we have here is that actually we're going to be converting from one system to an entirely different one. So what we did last time is that I actually just had the command line client and I wrote a bash script. So I wrote a bash script usage site. Let's see if we can download the website. Okay. This might do it.
So I just created this dope. It ain't hard. You ain't doing nothing. Stop eating chips.
In this video, I will show you how to use.
I'm wondering if there's an easy way to do this. Because essentially what we need to do I wonder if we can just do it. Does this do recursive? And this one. Does do it recursively. Looks for the HTMLs. Let's try this. See what happens. We'll do it. Oh, I'll probably make this a bit bigger. Does it still? Oh, it's only per tab. Wonderful, thanks. cd temp. Right, what do we have? We want to just do Ember.js.com. Let's see what happens. Don't know if I want a whitelist. That was like to no directories. We don't care about level. Does P do? Let's see what happens. It's doing something. Okay. This is probably a bad idea. Images, community. Yeah, no, because it's pulling down all the API. Yeah, that's a bad idea. So can we tell it to ignore subdirectories? Links. Looks IX. That's what we want. We don't want API because API is too big. So let's try that. Builds. Team logos. Let's see if it's successful at any of this stuff. Let's have a look at what's the HTML? Come on. Index to HTML. That didn't work, did it? Don't care about it downloading. Just want HTML only. Or did I just clobber my thing? I did. Something about file. Oh. Just mirrored. Okay, we've got our first question. Boon. Used to, I think. Let's see. Ember, aka Ember.js. Do I have a ta-da? Confetti. Oh, can I do these? I'm a big fan. Oh, for anybody else who hasn't seen that. Right, where was I? Yes, mirror. What does mirror do? No, I don't want a mirror. What's this doing now? Let's have a look, see. Doing a whole bunch of things. Oh, we're done. So, I know there's a trick to this. There's like a run HTTP server in folder. Node? Is it Node that does it? Is this what I want? I think this might be it. So now that I'm in Ember.js.com, if I just go already had it installed. What is it listening on? Ooh. Okay. This looks good. This is now running off my local machine. So that means I can just put this on the other screen again for a quick second. Ooh, it's weird. Percy, let me just export. Sorry, I'm just going to be super security conscious. And then this one. And then clear my screen. So now I can follow the command that it gives me on Percy to do this stuff here. Percy snapshot. Okay. install this again. Gem update Percy CLI. I'm so not a Rubyist. This may be a no-go. Percy client. When in doubt, actually jump in and see what this is saying. Vim. Line 37. Where are we? Commit SHA. Don't want to fork it. Docs, that's what I want. Oh, it's the same thing. Wonderful. Okay, come on. So SHA. Is it because it... If I do a git status, git init, git status, git... There you go. Interesting. I should probably report that while I've got it. Just let the folks know. With Percy on a live stream. I use too many of these things. Live stream, and I noticed an issue. So I was running Percy in a folder, Percy CLI, in a folder that wasn't a Git repo. this error. Right, let's see what we got. Okay, gonna have a bunch. Okay, so it's doing some things. So what do we got? What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Let's get rid of this one because we don't need this one. So these are just the assets. We can ignore them. Security builds, blog, and a whole bunch of blog stuff. Blog. Maybe if I bring this smaller. So we got still blog things. Lots of blog things. Interesting. What this is telling me is that 90% of this rebuild is going to be blog related. Fun. Team index HTML, cool. Actually pick those up, that's good. That's great. Oh, see your visual diffs. Let's see if they worked. God, this is why I love the Percy folks. They're just great. Oh, don't show that one. There's this one that I shouldn't show. I am an overuser of emoji, and I'm proud of it. Okay, what do we got? First build. Good. Master. Perfect. That's exactly what I want to see. So anybody who hasn't used Percy before, what it's doing here, you'll see in our command line, it said 200 pages. Okay, that's great. But we're doing 400 snapshots because it does it in two sizes. It does it in the, you should look at some of the videos that Percy put out because they're pretty awesome. But it does it in the kind of desktop view, and it picks a width for a mobile view as well, which is pretty cool. So that means that if you've messed something up, and in your continuous integration you're doing some sort of, you want to make sure that you don't break the mobile view or the mobile experience for people. you can, if you are not testing day to day on your mobile, you can catch issues using Percy, which is pretty cool. Okay, so let's just check something while we're here. So there's all the blog stuff, but we already did. We already did something in here. We actually built our router community. Index. I'll see all of the they're great. I love the Percy guys. Too much fun. Right. I wonder if it's going to actually show me anything the first time around. Moment of truth. Oh, yes, look at that. That is a thing of beauty. Okay, so builds we can ignore because that's not part of what we're doing. To be honest, I think we should probably ignore blog as well, because that seems to be it's going to be its own thing. It's going to be way too big. Okay, so yeah, let's ignore builds. Right, so I'm gonna. Is this where I did my? Oh, did I do my wget in here? X. So how does this work? Oh, that's great. Thanks, Lindsay. What do we have? What am I doing? My brain is too frazzled at the moment. Let's go back in here and have a look at what X actually does. List. Is a comma separated? Yes, okay, it is. So we're going to ignore API. We're going to ignore blog. We're going to ignore builds because that's a different. It's a different app. Interesting. Yeah, let's do that. And I've got my thing in here where I think I'm just going to delete the folder and do this again. So it'll be quicker because moved permanently. What is it? What is it giving out about mascots? What's it following? What's it redirecting to? Is it HTTPS maybe? Yes, right, okay, that's my problem. ls. Okay, maybe if I get rid of that site thing. Do it locally. HTTPS. Yes. Do a bunch of images, fonts. Deprecations. Don't want the deprecations either, but we'll see. That's interesting. This is bizarre. I'll try not to do this too much because it's probably not the best on the servers. Let's see what we're doing now. What do we got? It's just not showing the... It's a text file. Why is it not showing the HTML? That's fine. Whatever. Images. So we got deprecations. Oh, it's the whole app. Wow. Cool. Which we don't care about deprecations. And we're done. So let's rerun Percy snapshot. Don't need trace because we fixed that issue. Yeah, I knew this would be a problem. Why is it not adding the index HTML? So we just want to go in and just so blog, come on, and builds we're ignoring, community, deprecations we're ignoring, fonts are just things, guidelines, HTML, let's speed this up with cool hacks. Guides is just a redirect. index, it's fine. Do we have a learn? Oh, forgot about my cool hack. Logos. Yeah. Add mascots. Yeah. Add. These we don't care about, I assume, because it's just a filter. Meetup assets? Don't know what that means. Add robots, security, whatever, sponsors. Add status board is a separate thing. Team is a thing. Add Tomsters. Facqua. Let's try that. Oh, this looks much better. I didn't break it. Oh, they're actually watching me and Percy. Oh god. The this is going to be a sneak peek for what's going to be the technically the first blog in the series for the Ember Guides thing. blog.stonecircle.io. So yeah, going down here. So this is essentially like the introductory blog for how we started the how we did the Ember Guides build, and the first one, which I haven't written yet. I've written the second one. I know it's a bit weird, but the first one is going to be kind of going into the details about what I've done here. There we go. Does this show that? Oh, perfect. That's interesting. Right, so that's showing the Zoe, the source is cool. This is perfect. This is perfect. So this is now essentially exactly the way that we did it with the guides. This is now the, oh, does it have the index? Come on, it's got to have the index. Oh, that'll be one of the unchanged. Perfect. Unchanged, perfect. So, oh, well, we know that's got problems. Yeah, I noticed that too. So this problem here is, just so you know, the guys and Percy, it's nothing to do with you. There's actually a problem with that scroller on the actual website right now. So one of the things that we'll catch once we've moved this over. But this is now a to-do list, essentially. So what I'm going to do, oh no, I've already done that. So what I need to do is I need to take this list of In fact, it's this list. Perfect. Snapshot. Yeah, I'm not finishing my sentences. You'll see what I'm doing in a minute. Right, so we've got a branch, and we are going to, we've got a branch on the Ember website, master. We're going to do re in Ember. The rewrite in Ember is going to be, oh, I've forgotten how this works. Okay, I think they've set this up for me already, but essentially, if you look at the Guides app, we have this thing in here. Nope, I'm in the wrong place. Tests, acceptance tests, visual regression tests. Now this one's a little bit complicated because what it tends to do is it goes and gets all of the pages from the page service in the Guides app, which essentially loads over JSON, all this sort of magical stuff. But what we're going to do now is we're going to take this visual, in fact, I'll just take the file, copy. We're going to do the exact same thing, test, where am I? Acceptance. Oh no, I have to, can't cut corners. Where am I? Where am I? I'm sure I've got it here. Yes, perfect. So I need to do Ember generate acceptance test. What did I call it? Visual regression. Oh. Rename. Visual regression. Visual regression test. Let's copy that contents, acceptance. All because I was too lazy to create a folder by myself. Okay, so what are we doing? What are we doing? We're taking this. This is our key thing. Okay. So we're not visiting release. We're visiting we want it to be root something title, and then the title needs to be exactly this thing, which means I'm going to do some, oh god, I love doing this silliness. Find use regex. We're going to do update snapshot dot star blah, and then we're going to do whatever it was, space, and then dot star. So it's finding them all, but that second one we're going to steal. Cool, and we're going to change that to each one of them, doing a silly little thing here, and then $1 find replace all, which means I can now just steal this directly again, all because I'm too again, I'm too lazy again, so I'm going to put in my comma, replace all. Messing. Copy, no, cut, put you in here. Boom. So pages. We can use the same pages thing. Right. We don't need this anymore. Cert.expect 0. Odd one. Okay. What does this do? Sorry, just getting text messages. 1 second. Right, so this is essentially the setup that I'm aiming for here. Where I need to define the route that we're going to, and then we're going to go visit that route here. So I'm pretty sure team is just team, legal will just be legal. Index, mascots, a lot of these are. I didn't know we had meetup assets. I don't know if that's new. Router. Oh, we did know. Just don't remember. Learn. Guidelines. Sponsors. I'm just assuming that these are all the same. Community. Yeah, they're all exactly as we kind of expected. I probably could have done this with a regex. What about community meetups getting started? Tom. Q, and last but not least, Tom Stir Commission Index. Right. Is that everything? I think that's everything. So gonna return. Don't need to do any of this stuff. So this is a little bit of a fun one. I don't know if anybody's seen this before, but if you want to do kind of things in sequence with promises, it's quite useful to kind of do it using a reduce. Now, reduce is a little bit of a weird one that a lot of people don't necessarily get a handle on using, and they just kind of ignore it. And the way that I'm using it is definitely not how it's described or supposed to be used. I would recommend using Node School. Node. Yeah. There's a Node School workshopper that's like doing something with like, I can't remember exactly which one it is. But it essentially goes through all of these kind of like, or maybe it's Lodash. Yeah, it might be something like Lodash. Yeah, where it teaches you things like using map or reduce to do fun things or whatever. So we're kind of essentially passing a promise in. We don't need the double ones. We can ignore that for now. Passing a promise in to start us off, but then we wait for it. And because it's async await, we kind of, it looks a little bit prettier and you don't need to return things or whatever. But you know, it makes it just a little bit nicer. Pages reduce. Previous. It's not section, it's going to be config. We'll call each of these a config. We're going to then await visit config.root, and then we're going to go that should do it. Right. So I think that might work. Don't need that anymore. So I don't think I've actually installed Ember Percy on this thing. This one here. Probably need to do it here. Ember I don't know if they have that up as a yarn. Yeah. Okay. So do I have console log in this? No. Cool. And then we can go Ember. We can do npm start again. And then we can just did I not have this open? It's the old one. I'll just do it here. Localhost 4200. Okay. So tests. Team. Oh. Weird. Okay. So that's them all running with no errors. The key thing now is to make sure that it's doing it in Travis. So let's add all this stuff. Back here. T E. Cool. Oh, did I not save that? Oh. Whoopsie. Package JSON, nice. Yeah, whatever that's doing. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, whatever. There's no need to add those commented out ones. Perfect. Team test, yeah, whatever. Adding Percy tests. Publish. If this works, Ember learn, Ember website. If this works, I will probably have to call it a day. Probably have to call it a day regardless if it works or not. Okay, so because of the way that we're setting up Percy in this right, I think that's one word, similar to the Guides app, we are not going to merge this branch until it passes Percy tests. All PRs and contributions should be all contributions should be PR against this branch. Okay, so hopefully it's going to kick off Travis. What? Did I not pull? Stream. Rookie mistake. Yep, rookie mistake. Okay, so let's just fix that real quick. Pull. We're gonna do. Oh, where's my master? Master, yes. Back to this. Rebase current changes onto master. Yes, please. It's going to be a conflict. That's fine because we can fix that here. We're going to copy you. Oh, they updated to 3.2. Cool. Percy. Cool. Add you. Go back to here. Git rebase continue. Perfect. And then I want to do yarn to update the package lock or the yarn lock or whatever it's called. And that hasn't changed anything. Good. And I need to do a force push on that. Git push origin feature force push. Probably need to change the dependabot to be pointing at this branch instead of master because of the way that this is going to work. Fetch that just to update the UI. Boom, that looks better. Okay, at least it's doing something with Travis. Although this is probably really freaking out. Do we have those settings? I don't think we do. Export. I don't think we have the Percy config set up. Sorry about this, folks. I'm going to do this on the other screen just to be secure. In fact, I think it's actually one of these. So I always have way too many windows and way too many tabs. Percy token. Yeah, that's what I need. Oh, no, it's gone. Settings. Percy token, that's what I need. I do have settings. Environmental variables. I want Percy token. And then my big long Percy token. Add Percy project. Oh, I think these aren't secure. We'll try something. Corrected environmental variables. Fix that some other time. I'm just going to put them in as unsecure for now. I'm sure I can reset my things anyway. Cool. Ember website. It's a pull request, so I'm going to cancel the old one. Cancelled. Current. This one. Right, hopefully it's going to work. Oh, great, it's putting it in the thing. Oh well, I'll make them secure and reset them at some point. But at least I know that they're there then. But this is going to be the test, essentially. If we get Percy showing up here and a bunch of failures, then that's what the goal of this session is. Essentially what I want this to be is for us to see this PR or this branch as our kind of getting started, and anybody who wants to contribute to the implementation of the website, and I'm going to be doing some work on it myself, and the blog side of it is an entirely separate thing too. Because that's just going to be complicated and difficult to do, but you know, it's what I like a challenge. But hopefully when this is ready to merge, oh look at that, it worked. Let's see how many of them though. "30 screenshots. We had 15 here, didn't we? Where was it? It was on the next one. 15. Yes, this is it. This is exactly what I wanted. And we should see it failing. Oh, this is perfect. Just double checking that that's all. Oh. Odd. Oh, look at that. That could not have gone better. So the whole point now is that this is what our master is. This is what we're going for. The desired outcome, and this is what we have. which is not the desired outcome. So if anybody wants to tackle any one of these routes, some of them are quite simple. So the text-based ones, so like the legal or the getting your meetup up and running, they'll be quite simple. Especially once we get the... I don't actually have it in there yet. Once we get the Ember style guide installed on here. So I think that was going to be my next session. I might do it on Monday or Tuesday or something. But we'll get the style guide installed and the header and the footer running. Oh, it's weird. The footer doesn't seem to have come out. Odd. That's fine. But yeah, the header then, at least. And then you'll start seeing that there'll be no changes between the top bit of this one and the top bit of this one. And then we'll just kind of progressively make it better. Cool. That has been a good session. Let me know what you folks think of the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.